Ladies, ladies sitting in the front, really good to see you.
What about us men?
Well, good to see you too. Do we have any over 70s in the house tonight? Ah, I see we have a few hands up. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the senior citizens in the house. Good news, ladies. Good news. If you find that your man's balls are shrinking, well, it's probably because you are working him overtime and he's not getting enough sleep. You see, science now knows that if a young man sleeps less than 7 hours every night, his balls will shrink gradually over time. I mean, with this information, I would expect that all the women will stand up to protest violently against companies that make men work overtime or do night shift so that their men can maintain normal sized balls. But unfortunately, modern women are not much different from cave women. Did you know what cave women did to their men? Every morning, they would wake up their groggy, sleepy man and nag him until he goes out to hunt for breakfast and dinner too. Anyway, talking about sleep, this is one of the things in life that I am terrible at, you know? Everything has to be balanced. What's the word? Moderation, yes. Moderation is the word. I mean, they say that I should eat just enough, not too much food and not too little either. That we should exercise just enough, not too much exercise, otherwise we could get serious injuries or even die if you exercise too much. I mean, why is it that doing good things can do you harm if you do too much of it? If I had the opportunity to play God, this is one thing that would not exist in my world. First of all, only good thoughts and actions would be possible in my world, and there would be no limits to how much good anyone can do. I mean, that just makes everything straightforward, you know? Anyway, let's get back to what I said about shrinking balls caused by sleepless nights. You see, the reason why Count Dracula, you know, the first vampire, the reason why he is not dead yet, well, actually, he is dead, but living, you know what I mean? He's a vampire, so dead, but living. But anyway, my point is that we could all be like him, all of us here. We could all be like Count Dracula, except for the dead part, of course. I suppose nobody here would like to be part of the living dead community. But my point is that we can all live to be over 100 years old. I am probably not making any sense, but let me explain. You see, every night that you sleep for 7 to 9 hours, you are prolonging your life. But for people who sleep less than 7 hours every night, they are effectively shortening their lives. Yes, the cynical part of my brain tells me that people who sleep less spend more time awake and living the life while they are awake. So mathematically, they are living as long as those who sleep more. Please don't listen to my cynical brain, because science tells me that my math is wrong. The fact is that if you do not get at least 7 hours of sleep every night, you might die at an earlier age. And ladies, don't think that you are not affected by this issue, because you are. You see, not getting enough sleep every night does not only shrink balls, it also causes heart disease, cancer, dementia, and many other conditions. So ladies, you need as much sleep as the guys to stay pretty. By the way, if you ladies are wondering what difference does it make if your man has small balls, well, shrinking balls means less testosterone, and before you know it, your man might join the other camp. You know the camp that I mean, the camp that does, oh, stop it, leave me alone, stop it. You know that camp? Well, your man might join that camp if his balls continues to shrink. So please let him get sleep so that he can maintain normal size balls. Okay, back to sleep issues. Do you know why you feel refreshed in the morning after having a good night's sleep? Well, it's because this life is full of junk, and it is impossible not to absorb some of that junk while you're awake. In case you're wondering if you can hide from the junk of this world, well, you can't. It doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing or whom you are doing it with. As long as you are awake, the junk of this world will find you. It will build up. The junk of this world will accumulate in your brain. Science calls this junk beta-amyloid. And only deep sleep for at least 7 hours every night can remove it from your brain. There is a special plumbing system in your brain called glymphatic system that removes the beta-amyloid. And this waste clearance system, this system only works when you are in deep sleep. But then there is still the issue of balance. I mean, if sleep is so good for you, why is it that it is possible to have too much of it? This concept of having too much of a good thing is very annoying for me. It turns out that if you consistently sleep more than 9 hours every night, you could get some diseases like obesity and depression. I mean, why? Why? Think of people in Scandinavia, in Finland and Norway. In the summer, they have uninterrupted daylight for 2 months. I mean, that is the dream sun holiday that a lot of people want. But this good thing is not really a good thing for your life because daylight makes sleep more difficult during those months. The balance of life is a bitch. And all that we can do is to put on our eye patches and get in line with reality, because the reality is that 7 hours of sleep a night keeps the doctor away.